While camping in a remote area, Anna was suddenly silenced by Eric, who covered her mouth and signaled her not to speak. Eric was being hunted. He quickly threw Anna into a tent and ordered her to call him her husband. Then he kissed her, a move that successfully distracted his pursuers. Afterward, Eric gave Anna a ring, promising to compensate her, and then vanished without a trace. Anna was terrified and thought Eric was a complete psychopath. However, in reality, Eric was the head of a powerful financial conglomerate, controlling the economic lifeline of the city. His younger brother, Jill, informed him that their mother had chosen 30 women for him and was forcing him to pick one to marry that very day. At that moment, Anna was out delivering food. When Eric saw her fresh and elegant face, he instantly came up with the perfect idea to escape his arranged marriage. As soon as Eric walked into the room, a group of beautiful women swarmed around him, trying to get close. However, he became furious on the spot and warned his mother to stop arranging such ridiculous matchmaking events. Just then, Anna appeared. Without hesitation, Eric grabbed her and publicly declared that she was the one he wanted to marry. Eric's mother was utterly shocked, convinced that he had gone insane. At that moment, Jill noticed the ring of family authority on Anna's finger, a ring that granted its bearer control over all family affairs. It was then that Anna realized the man standing before her was the very one who had indirectly caused her father's death. As the head of the city's most powerful conglomerate, Eric's slightest decision could create a massive ripple effect. Her father had gone bankrupt and committed suicide in the wake of one of Eric's business storms. Now, facing her sworn enemy, Anna didn't hesitate to slap Eric hard before turning to leave. However, Eric had already fallen for Anna at first sight the night before and immediately decided he would marry her. Anna was looked down upon and criticized by her classmates because of her extreme poverty. Just then, the principal approached her, bowing and nodding respectfully before personally handing her an official appointment letter. It turned out that Eric had purchased the school and directly transferred ownership to Anna's name. At that moment, Eric appeared, presenting her with rows of expensive jewelry. However, Anna remained cold and indifferent, stating that she despised such filthy things and demanded that he leave immediately. Without hesitation, Eric picked her up and carried her away. As soon as they entered the room, he pinned her down on the bed and started unbuttoning his shirt. Terrified, Anna pushed him away and furiously accused him of causing her father's death and how her mother had taken her own life in grief. For the past 2 years, she had been surviving by delivering food. Eric gently wiped away her tears, but she slapped his hand away, firmly declaring that she never wanted to see him again. Yet, instead of getting angry, Eric simply smiled, finding her even more intriguing. Meanwhile, Anna's cousin Bess heard that Eric would be passing by and immediately devised a plan to get close to him. She deliberately spilled water on him, but Eric showed no anger, because he had something far more important to do, preparing the betrothal gifts to marry Anna. That day, Anna handed over all the money she had earned from her part-time job to Bess's mother as living expenses. However, Bess's mother still found it too little and even suggested that Anna marry a wealthy old man instead. Just then, Eric's men arrived with an extravagant betrothal gift. Anna immediately refused, but Bess slapped her, believing that the gifts were meant for herself. Bess's mother then told Anna that she had already arranged a husband for her, a 70-year-old man. When Anna firmly refused, she was violently beaten by both Bess and Bess's mother. Bess's mother even announced that a joint engagement ceremony for both Anna and Bess would take place in 3 days. On the day of the engagement, Anna was forcibly brought before the elderly man. He lecherously attempted to touch her, but she pushed him away. Humiliated, he flew into a rage and started beating her while the surrounding people hurled insults at her. At that moment, Eric appeared, walked to Anna's side, and vowed to take revenge for her. It was only then that Bess's family realized that Eric's betrothal gift had always been intended for Anna. Everyone immediately knelt down and begged for mercy, but Eric handed a wooden stick to Anna, allowing her to personally deal with those who had hurt her. In the end, all those who had bullied Anna received the punishment they deserved. Anna, exhausted and on the verge of collapsing, was caught by Eric just in time. She struggled to break free, but Eric silenced her with a kiss. At the hospital, Eric tenderly took care of her, but Anna used the excuse of changing clothes to drive him out of the room. She then immediately called her best friend for help, planning an escape. However, just as they were about to leave, Eric intercepted them. Trapping Anna against the wall, he coldly threatened that if she refused to marry him, he would kill her best friend. Left with no choice, Anna reluctantly agreed to the marriage. Eric personally placed a ring on her finger, pulled her into his embrace, and announced that a grand wedding would take place in 1 week. Afterward, Anna left and secretly discussed an escape plan with her best friend. Anna returned to her distant hometown, seeking refuge with her grandparents, believing she had finally escaped Eric's pursuit. However, that very evening, her grandfather unexpectedly brought Eric home, introducing him as a philanthropist who was planning to invest 200 million yuan into the village. Eric asked why she had run away, and Anna, filled with anger, told him it was all because he had forced her. In response, Eric suddenly kissed her, while Anna desperately pleaded with him not to reveal their relationship. However, Eric demanded that she beg him. Left with no choice, Anna kissed him but still coldly told him to get lost. Just then, Henry appeared, and his mother asked about Anna's relationship with Eric. Anna quickly denied knowing Eric at all. During dinner, Henry's mother brought up Anna and Henry's past engagement and expressed her sorrow over the tragic death of Anna's parents. The people around them all blamed Eric's family, believing they were responsible. Upon hearing this, Eric immediately ordered an investigation into the truth behind Anna's father's death. After Henry left, Eric pulled Anna into his arms, his jealousy evident. Disgusted, Anna pushed him away and begged him to let her go. However, Eric kissed her again, telling her with deep affection that he loved her and would never let her leave. Henry reappeared, attempting to save Anna, but Eric punched him to the ground. After discovering that Eric was the mastermind behind Anna's parents' deaths, Henry intended to expose the truth to her grandparents. However, Anna stopped him and insisted that he leave. That night, Anna secretly packed her belongings, preparing to flee. Just as she was about to leave, Henry suddenly appeared and took her away. As Anna and Henry were tidying up their place, they suddenly received a threatening message from Eric. Worried about her grandparents' safety, Anna immediately went to find Eric. Before she could even speak, Eric pinned her down on the table, forcing her to call him husband, or else he wouldn't spare her grandparents. No matter how much Anna begged, Eric still kissed her aggressively. After seeing her grandparents, Anna swore that she would never marry Eric. At this moment, Henry's mother came up with an idea. If Anna married Henry, perhaps Eric would let her go. Desperate to escape Eric, Anna had no choice but to nod in agreement. However, just as she was about to leave, Eric's men blocked her way. Even Eric's mother disapproved of him marrying Anna and secretly helped her escape. On the wedding day, Eric arrived to take his bride, only to discover that the woman waiting for him was not Anna. Furious, he exploded in rage. His mother tried to stop him, but he coldly pointed a gun at her head and declared, "Anna can only be mine." Meanwhile, Anna, dressed in a stunning wedding gown, was preparing to marry Henry. Just as the ceremony was about to begin, Eric suddenly barged in and forcefully took her away. In desperation, Anna held a knife to her throat, threatening to kill herself. However, Eric cruelly used the lives of her loved ones to pressure her into submission. Left with no choice, Anna surrendered. The officiant immediately announced Anna and Eric as husband and wife. Eric kissed her deeply, while Anna whispered through gritted teeth that she would hate him for the rest of her life. That night, Eric took Anna into their bridal chamber and couldn't help but kiss her. However, Anna told him she wasn't ready. Eric gently reassured her, saying he would give her time. Then he presented documents showing that he had transferred all of his assets into Anna's name, proving his feelings for her. The next morning, Anna was woken up by the servants and ordered to serve tea to Eric's mother. Eric's mother mocked her, belittling her lowly background, while the servants intentionally burned her hand with hot tea. Just then, Eric arrived in time, standing firmly by Anna's side and openly confronting his mother. He carefully treated Anna's wound, and his tenderness made her heart waver ever so slightly. Later that day, Eric took Anna back to her hometown to visit her grandparents. Unexpectedly, Henry appeared and dragged her away, taking her to meet Eric's rival Taylor. Taylor offered Anna a deal. If she agreed to be his spy, he would provide her with a listening device and, in return, give her a video revealing the truth about her father's death. Anna knew Taylor was only using her, and she didn't want to betray Eric. Instead, she used a voice-changing phone to call Eric, pretending to be one of Anna's former lovers. She fabricated a story about Anna being promiscuous, hoping to disgust Eric and make him divorce her. However, Eric didn't believe a word of it. He rushed home immediately, holding Anna tightly, only concerned for her safety. Anna continued to send Eric pictures of the scars on her body, falsely claiming they were caused by another man. In reality, those scars were from past abuse by Bess's mother. Eric's heart ached for her. He held her gently, kissing her wounds softly, and whispered, "From now on, no one will ever hurt you again." Anna was completely moved by his actions, and tears streamed down her face. Eric pulled her into his arms, comforting her softly, and promised that he would seek justice for her. The next morning, Anna woke up to a bouquet of flowers from Eric. Understanding his feelings, she decided to throw away the listening device that Taylor had given her. However, Taylor called and threatened her, saying she had broken their agreement. He warned that he would expose all of her conversations with Eric unless she poisoned him. Anna brought Eric a glass of milk and gently wiped the corner of his mouth. Smiling, Eric told her that he wanted to take her somewhere special. It turned out that Eric had already uncovered the truth. Anna's father had actually been killed by her own uncle. Furious upon learning this, Anna was overwhelmed with anger, but Eric pulled her into his arms to comfort her. At that moment, Anna finally confessed that she had drugged him. Taylor suddenly appeared, smugly thanking Anna for helping him get rid of Eric. However, Eric continued to hold Anna tightly and reassured her in a soft voice, "Everything will be fine." Just then, Jill arrived with his men and surrounded Taylor. Enraged, Taylor raised his gun at Anna, but he was instantly shot down by a sniper who had been lying in wait. It turned out that Anna had secretly reached out to Jill and planned everything in advance. The drug she had given Eric wasn't poison. It was actually an aphrodisiac that Jill had provided. Supporting the weakened Eric, Anna whispered that she would give him the antidote.